the Chagos Island crisis. Here in the United States, we pronounce it Chagos. Some people pronounce it Chagos over in the UK, I've noticed. So I am sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. The Chagos Islands crisis, act of great stupidity according to Trump. Here's my channeling session for this. Trump will not negotiate. He's not going to negotiate at all. He's going to shut it down. Trump will assert dominance over the UK policy, and he will block the deal permanently, is what I'm being shown. And he's going to say it's due to anti-US, anti-security, and that it's going to be a high security risk, is what I believe. He will use pressure, not diplomacy in this. I want to say good job to Nigel Farage. He's acting as the messenger to Washington, D.C. And actually, this man is going to gain influence without holding power. Farage has positioned himself as the UK-US bridge, and it's going to strengthen and reform UK's credibility. Now, some of you probably don't want to hear that. I have said from day one that I felt like somebody in the reform, I was getting someone maybe under Farage, a little younger, someone that he scopes and works with, trains, or it could be Farage himself, I don't know, would be the next person in power. I'm talking about the permanent prime minister, not anyone as a temporary fill-in. So the reform is going to gain UK credibility while outmaneuvering Labour strategically. Nigel Farage is a smart guy. Yeah, Farage wins without touching the bill, pretty much. He wins without touching the bill. That's what I was getting. Now let's move on to Keir Starmer, who will be humiliated. He already is. Well, it's going to get worse. He's going to be humiliated diplomatically and forced retreat. Not a strategic pause either. Okay? Sorry, but you're not getting it that easy. His authority is going to be weakened inside the Labour Party itself and seen as reckless on national security while losing control of the foreign policy narrative. Oh, so sorry. So this resonates with one of the predictions. I said that 47 would hit the nail on the head and help transform and tear down some of the old systems over in the UK. So this may be just one of them. On this YouTube channel, if you guys find it, please let me know. I'd like to watch it again. I need to look for the video and watch it. So Starmer's party, it will fracture as it has been, but it's going to crack even more behind the scenes. This will follow him, guys. This will follow this man through his whole term. Even after his term, he's going to be reminded of how stupid. Oh, I am so sorry. Poor Broke. Poor lad. Sorry. I'll be nice. Let's talk about the Chagos Islands. The transfer will not go through. Security arguments override legal ones. Diego Garcia will remain non-negotiable. Issues will be frozen, not resolved, while any further deal will die down. It's not going to happen. Not for a while anyways. So the land will stay locked under military is what I was getting. Now here is the US-UK reality check. Relationships will become transactional and the UK autonomy. It will visibly reduce while the Labour Party is in power due to not trusting Keir Starmer. And the Labour Party will be exposed as a geopolitically naive system. Probably the worst ever. America is going to dictate the red lines. They feel like they have to because Keir Starmer is reckless. So America will dictate the red lines. And we're not going to hear, but there's going to be some public scalding. Public scalding will replace private talks. There's no more secret, we don't like him. It is all going to be made public how people feel about Keir Starmer. Because what I'm trying to say here is that the illusion breaks, the hierarchy is revealed. Not very good for him. So people are no longer going to just talk within the parliament or whatever. They're going to just say it out loud. And Nigel Farage is one of them. No more keeping his mouth shut. He's done with that. Now, what I believe is going to happen next. Starmer will be forced into further foreign policy reversals. He will. And sadly for the lad, another international embarrassment will follow. Oh, this is not the end. Another international embarrassment will follow. That's what I was getting. Confidence, vote chatter within the party will grow. And I mean within his party. I was getting something with the Labour Party will bleed support to reform. I'm not sure exactly how to interpret that. Maybe you guys do know, maybe you understand what it means, but the Labour Party will bleed support to reform. So I'm not sure how to read between the lines there with that one. The UK foreign policy will shift rightward underneath pressure, and I was getting something with the security state will override as well. Will override the Labour narrative. So this was not a mistake. It was warning. It was a warning. Labour crossed red lines, and Washington snapped it shut. Now, even though Trump has not snapped it completely shut yet, he will. This is my prediction. He will do it. And I believe that Keir can't be protected forever. The darkness fears 47. So 47, which is Trump, you can either love the guy, hate the guy. But some of this darkness over there, the deep swamp as well, the deep swamp, the dark energies, they fear this man to some degree. But it also makes things very dangerous for 47 as well, because evil has no consciousness. But it's also scared of the light. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But that is my prediction for the Chagos Islands. It's not going to happen. So we'll see. All right, guys, I will talk to you all soon.